Hey guys, I know I just released the last Luba video literally this morning, but there's been another situation and I feel like I need to make another quick video. But this is kind of an important topic. Luba does not have any cellular access. So if I'm out of Bluetooth range, I can't connect to it at all. I can't see notifications. I can't tell it to start or stop. I can't find it if somebody steals it. So this is kind of important. So the whole reason I'm driving the 80-mile round trip journey to where the Luba is because I got a phone call this morning from my mom, pretty concerned, because she said the Luba is nowhere to be found. It's not on the charger, and she doesn't see it anywhere in the yard. So that kind of freaks me out. I'm thinking, oh crap, somebody stole it and there's nothing I can do, because there's literally no way for me to find out where it is because there's no cellular connection. I have to be within Bluetooth range to see anything about it. I'm freaking out for a few hours thinking, well, there goes my investment up in smoke. Somebody done stole it. Thankfully, a few hours later, I got a phone call from my dad, and he said, we found it. It stopped way in the backyard and it won't start. So y'all know I've said my dad's in his 80s, and that's why I got the Luba, to help him cut his lawn. I mean, if you ask him, he doesn't need it, but it helps whether he admits it or not. So he said he found it out in the backyard. Well, all he can do is hit go home and start and hope it goes home, because the thing is too heavy for him to lift. And obviously, if it's in the very back part of the yard, there's no way he's going to be able to get it all the way to the house and back on the charging station. So I said, don't worry about it. I will come and check on it. So let me get down the road, and I will get back with y'all when I get there, and we will find out why the Luba... Oh, one other thing. Yesterday morning, I got a phone call from my dad, and he said the Luba was stopped in front of the charging station. So it did whatever it was going to do, and it went home and made it all the way to where the charging station is, but it didn't dock. It was sitting right, if you saw my previous video, I showed you the donut hole. It was sitting right on the donut hole, right in front of the charger, dead. It just sat there, I guess, until it died. So he couldn't tell it to go home. He had to manually push it back into the charger, and that was yesterday. This morning, it evidently started on its normal schedule and then got trapped out in the backyard again for some reason. So 2 days in a row, it didn't make it home. So I just want to make sure I'm transparent here. Let y'all know the good things that happen and the bad things that happen with the Luba. So let me get some miles on the car, and I will check back in with y'all when I get to the Luba. All right, so we made it to Mom and Dad's house, me and the Dexter down there. Let's see if we can figure out where Luba's at first, and then see what's wrong with it. First, let's take a look and make sure it's really gone. Yep, it is really gone. It's not there. So now we just got to start looking around and see if we can find it anywhere. It'd be pretty obvious if it was in the front yard, because there's nowhere for it to hide here. So it's probably back here in the backyard. Do you have any idea where this Luba is, Duck? Do you know where it is? It's here somewhere. Oh wait, there it is. There it is, way back there. All right, let's go check it out. It does look like it's kind of mowed this area already. It must have been going back and forth here. Let's see what's going on. Man, it got even dirtier since yesterday. Look at this thing. It's almost completely brown. It doesn't look like it's stuck on anything. Let's turn it over and inspect. I don't see a reason for it to be stuck here. Let's see if it'll go home. Home, start. It is not responding at all. Have to hold that down. Okay, let's, now that it's making some noises, let's log into the app and see if the app says anything. Okay, so here we are. Luba has updated its position. We're still way back in the backyard. You can see I'm standing right here next to the Luba. And it's dead. If you can see here, the battery percentage is 0. So it evidently just stayed out here mowing until it died. Uh-oh. It just died again. We lost the Bluetooth. So that solves that. Well, that solves that mystery. Luba evidently just stayed out here in the backyard mowing until it just completely died. You can see, I don't know if you can see, where it was mowing and where it hasn't mowed. It looks like it may have cut a weird stripe across. Probably just drove across the middle of the yard at some point. But over here is mowed. Over here is not mowed. And it's like it just mowed until it quit. Its battery died. And it didn't go home. Strange. So now I get to carry Luba's heavy butt all the way back to the house. And that's quite a long ways. So I'm not too happy about this error. Not only did I have to drive 80 miles to come out here and see what happened to Luba, I'm gonna have to carry its heavy butt back to the house. So let's get it back to the house and put it on the charger and see if there's any other errors in the notifications that explains why it didn't go home. Whew. Well, you got it back this far, so now I just gotta push it back onto the dock. Since it's completely off because the battery's dead, there's no resistance on the tires, so you can just lift the bumper and it freely rolls back and forth. If it was turned on, it wouldn't do that. It would have resistance. So let's just bump it there and see if it comes back to life. Yeah. It's coming back to life. So we'll let this charge for a few minutes and then I'll come back with a screen recording and we'll look at the errors that it had last night. Okay, so here we are. It's been on the charger for just 15 or 20 minutes and it's up to 27% already. So we can see here that the error is the battery level is below 5%. There is no control within 30 seconds. Shutdown will occur. So that evidently happened at 8:55 this morning. And if we look back over here, today is Thursday. You can see here it shows my schedule is Wednesday at 2100. So it means this thing was out there all night. So not exactly sure why it got stuck, but that's what I'm thinking, is it got stuck out there. Surely it didn't just drive until it went dead. But when I tipped it over, I didn't see any pill out marks, so I'm not exactly sure why. It either got stuck out there and then just spun its wheels until the battery died, but usually I get an error message that says trapped if that happens, or something similar. So I don't think that happened. So here we are, and it shows that there is no position signal. Make sure the reference station green light is solid and Luba is in the open sky on flat ground. Luba's out in the open, but it's near a wall, if you remember, just sitting right here. But it's been 4 or 5, 6 minutes now, and it still does not have a signal lock on. Not sure why. And I'm only a few feet away from the RTK. I can walk over here and see the light is green. It's a solid green light on the RTK right now. So I thought having 20 satellites meant a good enough signal, but evidently not. It has 28 and 22 right now, and it's flipping back and forth between position status 2 and position status 5. I'll keep waiting and see if anything changes here. Another thing I might do if it becomes an issue, this is kind of back here against this big brick wall, and sometimes it takes it a few minutes to acquire enough satellites because obviously it's back here against a big brick wall. I'm considering I don't have much choice because I'm right at the end of the length of the cable from the plug. So I can't really move it a lot. It's not like I could set it over here. That would be ideal, but I can't because I don't have that much spare cable. So maybe I have enough to like move it to this end so it's a little further away from this wall. Let's give Luba a bath here. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. It's been 30 minutes and it still doesn't have a satellite signal. Maybe this is more of a problem than I thought. I mean, it hasn't been a problem. It's been happily leaving its house and going out to mow and coming home. But obviously today it's a problem. So we're gonna try moving the base. And I already explained I don't have much cord to work with, but what I think I'm gonna do is put it on the other side of this little fence here. Here's the old Robomow that the Luba replaced. I'm gonna move this guy, and I think I'm gonna set Luba's base right here. And this is just a wooden fence, and it's pretty far away from the house, and I think the cords will reach. So this is just a fake gate. It's not a real gate, so nobody needs to go through it. We can just replace this Robomow with the Luba and let the Luba live here. Okay, so this is going to be Luba's new home. I just backed it in and it's booting up now. I did install half of the pole for the RTK here. Now y'all already know that the RTK is up on the roof back there. But what I'm thinking is, not in today's video, but another video, I'm going to mount the RTK here like it's supposed to and see if it still works throughout the whole yard, even though it's not mounted as high as it is now. So let me go ahead and retrain Luba from here to say this is its new home location, and we will see if it has a better chance of acquiring satellites now that it's further away from that brick wall. Well, I sent it off to do a task way in the backyard. It's not going to the same section it got stuck in earlier, but it's going to go back there and we'll see if it has any problems or not. It is kind of deep here, and I have it set to go fast, so it might not cut the best. I don't need any comments, but you remember when it wouldn't cut over these tall? Look, see, it slowed down for it because it saw it. You see that tall stuff? So the problem it was having was it was going around these tall things. So you can see it sees them and it slows down, but it does drive over them. And I just changed a setting that says it's not going to stop until the bump sensor gets hit. So even though it does see an obstacle with the obstacle avoidance sensors, it's still going to go over it unless it physically touches the bump sensor. So there you have it. That fixed the problem, and normally that won't be a problem. It was only a problem because the grass got too tall. If it was on a regular schedule mowing every day like it should, it wouldn't have been an issue. And it isn't going to cut very good because I have it going very fast. I did that on purpose. It's mowing about twice as fast as its default setting. And the reason for that, this is a part of the yard we don't care about, and it's going to cut it again on Sunday anyway, and it's going to do a conventional cut on Sunday. So I just told it to come out here because I was here and just do a quick fast cut. And I know this is 99.3% weeds. I don't need any people in the comments saying, what grass? What are you talking about? You need to spray the weeds. Look, this is all clover. If I sprayed the weeds, this would be dirt out here. I really don't care. I'm not gonna come out here in the country in the middle of nowhere and kill the weeds. We are gonna use the weeds as grass, and y'all are just gonna get over it. Well, I walked off. I'm back at the house, but look how slow Luba's going now. It is still moving though, but it is certainly just crawling. Well, I'm not sure what happened here. It was going very fast, and now it seems to just barely be going. I don't know if something's stuck in one of the sensors. Not sure what's going on here. Let me check the app. So that was weird. As soon as I opened the app, it started going faster. I can still hear a ticking, like there's something in one of its blades. I'm gonna go check. So there was a small stick in its blades, but it was not in a place that was going to affect anything. Okay, well that's the update for today. Still not sure why it just stopped way out in the backyard, but we moved the charger station and we're going to let it run for a few more days like this and see if any more errors pop up. So thanks for watching this quick episode, and I will see y'all in the next one.